What's up, guys? It's your favorite YouTuber, True Crime King. How we doing tonight? Today's video is on Madison Scott, or Maddie, as she was known to her family and friends. Maddie went missing on Saturday, May 28th, 2011, after a birthday party she attended at Hogsback Lake, which is 25 kilometers southeast of Vanderhoof, British Columbia, Canada. Scott, she planned to spend the night with her friend Jordy, but her friend left during the night to go hang out with her boyfriend, Tyler, and left Maddie there by herself. Some of the last people to leave the party around 3 or 4 a.m. Saw Maddie in her tent. She was by herself. They asked if she wanted a ride or needed a ride, and she declined. So those are the last people that have been known to see Maddie at between 3 and 4 a.m. on that Friday night. Maddie Scott was born to Eldon and Dawn Scott on April 29th, 1991. She is described as vivacious and playful, and would often do things on the spur of the moment. Considered extremely out of character for her to be out of communication with family or friends for an extended period of time, especially a couple days. Maddie was single at the time she went missing. She was on a few dating sites like Tinder and Plenty of Fish, all the normal dating sites. There was a guy who she was interested in, but apparently he wasn't interested in her back and told her that he just wanted to be friends with her. So Maddie and Jordy Balduck, B-O-L-D-U-C, attended this party at Hogsback Lake on the evening of May 27th, 2011. Maddie had retired to her tent and sleeping bag before a fight broke out around midnight. Jordy somehow got injured. I guess she was involved in the fight. I don't know. Injured, and she was drunk. Apparently, she felt compelled to leave with her new boyfriend instead of staying with Maddie like they had planned. What a good friend, right? According to Jordy, even though she tried to convince Maddie to leave, Maddie was already in her sleeping bag and didn't want to get up. She was probably mad that her friend wasn't staying with her, in my opinion, I would be, right? I would say, yeah, just get the hell out of here if you're gonna leave me, right? So Jordy left. She just left her there. I personally think, Jordy just wanted to go get some, if you know what I mean, with her new boyfriend, Tyler. I would never leave one of my friends at a secluded fucking lake in the middle of Canada and in the woods, you know what I'm saying? Hell no. By her, it's a small girl, and leave her by herself. Jordy, you're a bad friend as far as I'm concerned. That's horrible. I mean, you and her boyfriend could have just stayed with her instead of leaving her there by herself. But that's my opinion. So get mad at me if you want. Jordy came back to the lake with her boyfriend around 8:30 the next morning to get her clothes and sleeping bag before she went to work. She found Maddie's tent unzipped with her sleeping bag and stuff moved to the side. Like, kind of like if she was backing up, I guess, and like pushed the stuff to the side. Maybe like she was scared, I guess. She described it being. She said that she didn't see Maddie and never reported that to anybody until asked by the police. You know, Maddie was texting her father around 11:30 that Friday night, May 27th. And that was the last activity on her phone until 12:30. According to her mom, 12:30 on the Saturday, the 28th, there was an incoming call from a guy they know, a young man. That's her statement. So we know Maddie was in her tent between 3 and 4 a.m. on the 28th because the last people leaving the party saw her and asked her if she needed a ride, right? So that means she had to have gone missing between 4 and 8:30 when Jordy came back to get her clothes and her sleeping bag with her boyfriend at 8:30 before work. So that's a slim time frame, right? 4 hours, you know. So yeah. But she still hadn't been reported. You know, that Saturday night there was another party, and this time there was even more people. There was about 150 people at this next party on Saturday night, and no one has reported Maddie missing yet. So then Sunday comes around, the 29th, 2 days after she has been missing. And then she was finally reported missing when her parents, who were concerned, I guess, after not hearing from their daughter in 2 days, went to the lake and found her tent. Her tent was flattened, and they found her pickup truck abandoned and locked. So Maddie's tent had been flattened by a person at the second party on Saturday night, and he was questioned by RCMP, but nothing was reported to the public about what he said to the police about why he flattened the tent. All right, so let's discuss some of the possible theories on what could have happened to Maddie out there between 4 and 8:30 in the morning at this remote lake in Vanderhoof, British Columbia, Canada. Some people think that she might have been taken by an animal. There was apparently a cougar seen in the area. You know, Canada's known for their big bears, right? But there was no sign of, you know, a ripped tent or any footprints. No sign of a struggle at all. So an animal attack is extremely unlikely due to all of the things I just mentioned, right? Did she walk away on her own? Also very unlikely. I mean, she had a pickup truck. She had the keys. Where's she gonna walk to, right? You know, she's in the middle of a forest, right? And yeah, that just doesn't make any sense to me at all. If you think otherwise, let me know in the comments. But I don't believe she would just, you know, leave her truck there and just walk somewhere from there. So the lake was searched by professional divers. Maybe she accidentally fell in the lake, or something, or someone foul play put her in the lake. But the lake was searched, and she's not in the lake. All right, so what do I think happened? I think, this is my opinion, I think someone had to have either lured her into their vehicle, or at gunpoint or knife point forced her into walk and get into their vehicle, because there's no struggle, right? I mean, they probably let her take her phone and her keys, right? Or they might have took them as trophies, right? A lot of killers take things as trophies. So that would explain why only the keys and the phone were missing. Or it was someone that she knew, that led her to a vehicle, and she got in willingly, right? Those are, in my opinion, the only two theories that hold any water. I say this because Rick Beatty from Vanderhoof Search and Rescue said she must have left in a vehicle, because there's no sign of evidence she left by foot. And there was no sign of a struggle. And yeah, she had to have left in a vehicle. And I guess the police couldn't track her iPhone. That seems, I guess it was off or on airplane mode or whatever. I'm surprised they couldn't really track her phone. It must have been off from the time she left the lake, right? I mean, it was an iPhone, right? But this was, 2011. I don't know. I still think they should have been able to get something from that phone, but I guess not, right? Obviously not. But yeah, this case, this is a baffling one, right? Just like the Missy Beavers case, I've been following this one for years, and unfortunately, we're just gonna have to keep waiting for a break in the case, right? Or some kind of tip, or someone finds something, or someone rats somebody out. One of those things has to happen in order for us to get a conclusion in this case. But, as long as we keep talking about these cases, they won't go cold, though, right? So that's why I'm doing these cases, so they don't go cold, and to keep the attention on them, right? But yeah, let me know what you guys think happened to Maddison Scott down in the comments. If you like this video, hit the like and subscribe button for me. And until next time, True Crime King, out.